Guys, what's wrong with Liverpool? If you are asked that what's wrong with Liverpool, what will be your genuine answer, guys? Because it's really, really, really very, very irritating. To me, it makes me sob because when you look at a team like Liverpool, it shows you what Ten Hag came out and said when he was really unveiled as a manager of Manchester United. Do you know what he said? Ten Hag said, every era comes to an end. Do you think the era of Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool is coming to an end because everything he's trying to cook around is failing? Everything is failing. He has the good players. When you look at the squad of Liverpool, you can't tell me that it failed to go in and really beat a side which goes by the names of Napoli. Player per player, Liverpool is far much better than Napoli. Let me show you the starting 11 of Liverpool. But guys, you might say that Rokan has not said hi to us. But guys, good morning. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Rokan David is my name. And always, this is the Rokani Media Football that really brings you what you need to know about your different games of football as far as the Champions League is concerned and every other aspect of the game. Champions League football day 2 finally done. And obviously, a team which goes by the names of Liverpool has been beaten thoroughly in there at a side which goes by the names of Napoli. Let me show you the starting 11 of Liverpool and compare it with the starting 11 of a team which goes by the names of Napoli. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool had the following players. This is how Liverpool lined up. Liverpool had Alisson Becker in goal, one of the best goalkeepers. Trent Alexander-Arnold, arguably the best right back in the world. Robertson, arguably the best left back in the world. Virgil van Dijk, arguably the best central defender in the world. Joe Gomez, this one is a weak link. I really believe that he has not been playing very many games, and I think that season that he was benched really saw him lose his form and confidence. That's why he's really costing a team which goes by the names of Liverpool. Fabinho, one of the best CDMs in the world. Harvey Elliott, not much as such. Milner, not as such. Diaz, Giggs, not. When you look at Napoli, they have no player like Diaz, Firmino, Mohamed Salah. You look at this team. Last season, this team could go in and collect a result at any stadium in Europe, but this time round, they've went to Italy, beaten 4-1. This is a humiliating win, a humiliating loss for Liverpool. And I know Liverpool fans all over there are not happy about this because this is the side that really beat Liverpool, hands down. Meret, Lorenzo, Ramari, Kim, Oliveira, Anguissa, Lobkotha, Politano, Zenkleski. This one is Kavra Taylor and Victor Osimhen. The most famous name in here for you is Osimhen. That's the guy, Osimhen. But Liverpool has been thumped badly. You rather lose by 2-1, 3-2, but losing by 4-1 is really diabolical. And I know the board of Liverpool is going to call Jurgen Klopp and put him onto the squeezer. They ask him, what's really wrong with the team? Liverpool is having a very bad start this season. They drew away at Fulham 2-2. They drew at home against Crystal Palace. They were beaten by Manchester United at Old Trafford by 2-1. They beat Bournemouth by 9-0. They beat Newcastle 2-1, and it was a late winner scored by Carvalho. Then they went ahead to draw against Everton away. So in the last 6 games Liverpool has played, they only have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. That is Liverpool at this juncture. So what does that mean? It means that there are things that are not going well at Liverpool that have not yet leaked out. And you might even think that, is it all about Naby Keita? The manager is telling us that Naby Keita is ill, injured, but we had news circulating all over the world that Naby Keita wanted out of a team which goes by names of Liverpool. Haven't you heard about that, guys? Haven't you heard about it? So time came in when he really wanted out of Liverpool, and it's like Liverpool is telling him, you're going nowhere, you have to renew your contract, yet he's left with just 12 months on his contract. So it looks like a lot of bad things are really happening at Liverpool. Because when you look at this team, you can't tell me that Liverpool can concede 2 penalties in the first half. If it was not the goalkeeper of Liverpool saving the second penalty, obviously Liverpool would have gone ahead to concede 4 goals in the first half. And that save made by Alisson saved Liverpool from really the humiliation of 4-0. But obviously 3-0 against Liverpool first half, that's the humiliation. Piotr Zenkliski scored 2 goals, 5th minute, scored a penalty, 47th minute. He scored another one. That is a brace for him. Andrew Frank Zambo Anguissa, 31st minute. He scored the second one. Then Giomini Simeone, who came in for a man who goes by the names of Victor Osimhen, who really got an injury, scored the other goal. For side which goes by the names of Liverpool. Then Luis Diaz, after it was 4, Luis Diaz scored in the 49th minute of the game. This is alarming. And when you look at how they defended, Gomez was a disgrace. Gomez was a disgrace into that lineup of Liverpool. He was a total disgrace, according to me. The other player that was a disgrace, Virgil van Dijk, giving out penalty, and it looks like Victor Osimhen could take him on every time he really felt like. So ever since Virgil van Dijk returned from that long injury of 6 months, he has not been the same. A man who was really rarely beaten, now every striker can come in and go past him. He needs to discover his speed governance and his side mirrors, because it looks like he can no longer detect an attack. Today, he caused a penalty for Liverpool that Alisson saved. Even the first goal was a penalty. Milner got hold of that ball. All of the goals that Liverpool conceded, they would have gone ahead to really prevent themselves from conceding them. They are avoidable, but it shows you how bad the Liverpool side is. And over the weekend, what is Liverpool playing over the weekend? Let me see. Liverpool, who are you playing over the weekend? Liverpool is hosting Wolverhampton Wanderers, and it might turn out to be another ugly day for Liverpool if they don't rise up to the occasion in the for you. And when you look at the stats, you're really going to get amazed and really surprised at how this team, in the names of Liverpool, has really gone and fell off. Team stats. They had 18 shots. That is Napoli. Liverpool had 15. 9 shots on target by Napoli. A team, by the names of Liverpool, to concede 9 shots from Napoli on target. It's really very much humiliating and worrying. If at all you've been seeing Liverpool on these stats and how they've been playing these games of football, you know what it's all about. Then Liverpool had 7 only. Possession, Napoli had 38, Liverpool had 62. 381 passes completed by Napoli, 584 passes completed by a side which goes by names of Liverpool, 81% passing accuracy by Napoli, 88% passing accuracy by Liverpool, 7 fouls by Napoli, 13 by Liverpool. Oh my God. So that means they found themselves in out of positions when they lose the ball and Napoli presses them and then takes the ball off them. Then 1 yellow card for Napoli, 2 yellow cards for Liverpool, 0 red cards for both sides, 6 offsides by Napoli, 0 by Liverpool, 3 corners by Napoli, 12 corners by a side which goes by the names of Liverpool. When you look at their standings, standings. Let me really get them here. All right. Look at that group standings. The group standings. Ajax is on top. It has beaten Rangers 4-0. Napoli has beaten Liverpool 4-0. Liverpool has a goal difference of -3 with 0 points, and Rangers has a goal difference of -4 with 0 points. That's how it's standing either for you, for side which goes by names of Liverpool. And now Liverpool is going to play. Is it Rangers next in the Champions League? Let me see. Liverpool, who are you playing next in the Champions? They are playing Ajax as you see. They are playing Ajax at Anfield. Can they go ahead and beat Ajax at Anfield? That is the big question. That's the big question, because if Liverpool is to get back to the draw of really qualifying through to the Champions League, into the Champions League group stages, they have to beat Ajax. They have to beat Rangers. You get? Because they are going to play a 2-game tie with Rangers. You beat Rangers twice. Those are 6 points. You beat Ajax and Napoli at home. Those are already 12 points, meaning that if at all you're having 12 points, you need 10 to go through in the group stages, meaning that Liverpool, if at all they win those games, they can really enlighten their chances to go in and really play into that area. But obviously, they've been beaten badly by a side which goes by names of Napoli, and I know Jurgen Klopp is really going to worry. And I've seen the captain, the defender, Virgil van Dijk, 75 million pounds from a side which goes from Southampton to Liverpool. He has really come out and really said lots of things about that defeat, but obviously it's really an unashamed defeat. And I think Liverpool players are really stacking, all really hiding their heads in different sacks. And the arrival in Liverpool is not going to be rosy, but obviously on Saturday they have a chance to really revert all this by beating Wolverhampton Wanderers, because as you're preparing to host Ajax on Tuesday, the best way to really get yourself back to the confidential road is by beating Wolverhampton Wanderers. Even if you win by 1-0 or 2-1, it's all about a win at Anfield. You need that win badly. And in the Premier League, they are really having very few points. And this is not the Liverpool win. When you look at Liverpool, in the Premier League, Liverpool is placed 7th with 9 points, 6 points off the table leaders. Not far away, but you might see these points really little or really small, that they can really go on and really add them up. But do you know that Liverpool missed out onto the Premier League trophy by just a point? Was it a point or 2 points? I think it was a point by Man City, meaning that any point Liverpool drops, they know it will really cost them at the end of the season, because only 1 or 2 points costed them the Premier League against a side which goes by the names of Man City. Now, let's go to the other game. Lewandowski has netted a hat-trick for Barcelona. Remember, he scored a brace and he's having very many goals. Very, very, very many goals for Lewandowski this season. And I know he's really going to go on and really set a new record, because for Lewandowski, the number of goals he scored out at a side which goes by the names of Bayern Munich and the Bundesliga, people term the Bundesliga to be one of the weakest leagues in the world. That's why he was not even so much given attention. But right now, scoring a hat-trick at Barcelona is really so much sounding. And this is the reason as to why he quit a side which goes by the names of Bayern Munich to come in at Barcelona, because Barcelona can help you win a Ballon d'Or. And I know he is really on it. He has scored 3 goals today in his first game in the Champions League, and obviously none of those goals was a penalty. He scored in the 34th minute, in the 45th minute, and 67th minute. That is Lewandowski. But Frankesi was the first to score in the 13th minute, and obviously Ferran Torres came on through and really made it 5 for Barcelona. Barcelona have beaten Victoria Pleasant by 5 goals to 1. A big statement into this group, because they are having Inter Milan, they are having Bayern Munich in that group. That's why when I was really doing a live, as far as these group draws were taken or drawn by the UEFA Champions League, I really came and told you that, to me, my group of death is that group that is having Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Bayern Munich. To me, it's the group of death. And Barcelona have gone ahead to really put up a statement win against Victoria Pleasant by beating them 5 goals to 1. And obviously, Bayern has beaten Inter Milan by 2 goals to 0. This is Leroy Sané and 1 own goal in the for you side, which goes by Inter Milan. So when you look at the next fixtures of Barcelona, they really need to go in and stretch out to the levels expect them to be, because they are playing Bayern away in Germany. They're playing Bayern away in Germany. And even last season, Barcelona was in the same group with Bayern, and Bayern hit Barcelona mercilessly, and they were knocked out of the Champions League, and they never went, or they never qualified for the group stages. I think since when? I think Barcelona last failed to go through. I think it was 1999, 1998, I think then. So it had taken close to 2 decades for Barcelona to spend a Champions League season without qualifying through to go to the group into the round of 16. So I think getting a result against Victoria Pleasant is going to help them and go to the Allianz Arena in Germany. It's not going to be an easy game, but you can tell me that Bayern Munich is as strong as it was when it is having Lewandowski. Lewandowski is facing his former side, obviously, and we want to see how he's really going to go on and really face a side which goes by the names of Bayern Munich. But Lewandowski scoring a hat-trick. Very good addition. When you look at the starting 11 of Barcelona, for those that never knew, let me show you how Barcelona really stood up today with the following players, and they hit this team by 5-0. They used the system of 4-3-3 with Ter Stegen in goal. They used the system of 4-3-3 with Ter Stegen in goal, as you see there. With Ter Stegen in goal. All right. Ter Stegen was in goal. Then Sergio Roberto played as a right back. Christiansen played as a central defender with Jules Koundé. This time, Jules Koundé has been played on the left side of the central defense, and Christiansen has played on the right side of the central defense. Then Jordi Alba, a player that the manager, Xavi, has a problem with for playing as a left back because he's good going forward and he is really weak defensively, but he played him because it was a weaker game. Frank Kessie scored his first goal for Barcelona in the Champions League, and he's the one who really opened up. He started with Frenkie de Jong in the central defense midfield and Pedri alongside Frenkie de Jong, who was playing a single pivot. Then Ousmane Dembele, who put up a couple of assists in this game of football. Ansu Fati started off the left forward side. Then Lewandowski led the line, and they really hit Victoria Pleasant by 5-1. A statement win thrown in by a side which goes by the names of Barcelona, and I know they're outside there jubilating, but let them jubilate little because they know next week on Tuesday they are going to be playing Bayern Munich in Allianz Arena, a side that doesn't really look easy for a side which goes by the names of Barcelona. Every time they visit, it's not something easy, but obviously Barcelona has the former targets man of Bayern Munich, who goes by the name of Lewandowski, and is scoring goals for fun. So we are waiting to see how that is going to go on and happen. But Barcelona has scored a hat. Barcelona has beaten 5-1 against Victoria Pleasant, and obviously they really won that battle in there. Then summarizing, the last guy really that we should talk about is this game of Tottenham Hotspur, where Tottenham had been caught off guard and caught tightly by a team which goes by the names of Marseille. Marseille is a very good team where William Saliba, people who support Arsenal, you know William Saliba, he was there. They have Nuno Tavares playing into that team, obviously, and they had to wait until Marseille was given a red card in the 47th minute for them to go in and really score goals. Richarlison scoring a brace, very good day for him, but after close to 29 minutes, to almost 30 minutes of Marseille being red carded, that's when Spurs found its first goal through Richarlison in the 76th minute, which is a very bad result, according to me, because how can you really wait for a team to be red carded such that you get a win? And I believe that Antonio Conte is one of those managers that I don't believe he's really so much safe on his job. People are really here hailing him, but to me, him and Tuchel, I don't really trust them. You see, every manager who doesn't develop a player, I hate him. I don't rate him as a manager. That's it. Because if I'm to ask you, when you've been supporting Chelsea, or you've been watching Chelsea play, which player has Thomas Tuchel groomed or really developed? No one. I think even Lampard did a more better job than him because Mason Mount was developed by Frank Lampard. Reece James was developed by Frank Lampard. Tammy Abraham was developed by Frank Lampard. You get? So he developed at least some players from the academy and brought them through. So you can't tell me that this man is really good. You see, some people come out and really talk about managers of being good, but if you look at their history, it's not favoring them. So let's go through the starting 11 of a team which goes by the name of Spurs. They played with a system that I hate most. Every system that has 3 central defenders, I hate it. I hate it. 3-4-2-1, Romero, Dyer, and Lenglet. That's the back 3. Emerson, right wing back, Bentancur and Hogberg, double midfield pivot, Ivan Perisic, left wing back, Richarlison, Son Heung-min, and Harry Kane playing as forwards at a side which goes by the names of Spurs. So that's how Spurs stood, and let's see how did a team which goes by the names of Marseille stand. They also played with a 3-4-2-1 system with Mbemba, Eric Bay, and Gigot back three. Nuno Tavares on loan from Arsenal played the left wing back. Then Verout and Rongia played in a double midfield pivot. Then Klaus, one of the best right backs I've seen recently, though he's 29 years of age. I think they signed him from, is it Lille? There is a team they signed him from, playing as a right wing back. Then Guendouzi and Garson, attacking midfielders with El Suarez leading the line for a side which goes by the names of Spurs. Note, this is Marseille. Now, let's go to the stats and see how everything really went on at the side which goes by the names of Marseille versus Spurs. Now, we look at the team stats. Obviously, Spurs had 18 shots. Marseille had 9. 2 shots on target by Spurs. Bad. This team, guys, I don't know why people hail Antonio Conte. Why do they hail Conte? For what has he done? What has he done? What special thing has he done to deserve all this praise? You get 1 shot on target by Marseille, 49% possession by Spurs, 51% by Marseille. Very, very annoying and shocking. Guys, to me, I don't hate Antonio Conte. As I told you, I don't hate Thomas Tuchel, but I don't hate Thomas Tuchel and Antonio Conte. And that's why I said after yesterday's loss away at Zagreb that this guy is nearing being asked at all night at the side which goes by the Chelsea. And today morning, he didn't survive. Antonio Conte is another one. How can you be playing a team that has a red card and it outpossesses you? How? Guys, I don't know what you think about it, but think about it. You are playing a team that has one man out and it outpossesses you. You see, for me, I hate managers. I don't have philosophies. If they ask you, what is the philosophy of Antonio Conte? Can you come out and really tell me the philosophy of Antonio Conte? Sitting back and attacking is not a philosophy because you can't base on it. A philosophy is something that you can go out and outlive that team with, because Daniel Levy is doing something bad at Spurs. If I'm Daniel Levy, I have to bring in a manager with a clear playing plan. Recently, before he brought in the likes of Pochettino, he really had a very good plan. The likes of Redknapp, with other manager. He had managers that could really know that Spurs is good. There was Martignol, that Spurs was a team that played good football, passing, tiki-taka, like that. That's what Spurs was all about. That's what we knew about Spurs. But things are really going to change, are really changing rapidly at Spurs. Way back in like the 2000s, you wouldn't believe that Spurs would go in and bring a manager like Jose Mourinho. That's out. There is no way Spurs could have a manager like Jose Mourinho, but they brought in Jose Mourinho and he's a pragmatic coach. The same applies to Antonio Conte. I don't really trust him, and trust me, according to how he's playing, he might face it rough to get out of these group stages in the fight, because Sporting Lisbon is also a very good team. And there is even Marseille. So, passing accuracy, 86% for Spurs, 86% for Marseille. You see, it's very much horrible. 16 fouls by Spurs, a team that had one more man than Marseille, and Marseille had only 9. Guys, these stats are not really awesome. If I told you are someone who really believes in a team like Spurs and with the players they're having, you get 2 yellow cards, both sides, 0 red cards for Spurs, 1 for Marseille, then 1 offside for Marseille, 0 for Spurs, 5 corners by Spurs, 1 for a side which goes by the names of Marseille. So guys, to me, I'm not convinced with Antonio Conte. I don't know what's going to do to really get me convinced that he's really a good manager. But if I told you outside there and you believe that he's a good manager, go in the live section and tell me what you think about it. But the live chat is empty. I would have come in here to really read your messages. But obviously, tell me what you think about Liverpool's 4-1 loss in Italy. You get? And the hat trick of the hat-trick of Lewandowski, and obviously tell me what you think about that pragmatic win of Spurs against Marseille after Marseille was red carded. Meaning that if at all Marseille was not red carded, it was going to give Spurs a hard time. So Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and thank you for watching it.